Mr. Josh King, our storyteller of the Give It All. Let's give it up for Josh King.
What has he got this week?
All right, what are we putting this? The speakers today have been fucking good, eh? Yeah. Can we give it up for Dan Louise again, once more, putting this on? I want them to do it every single fucking day, but it's a lot of work. So today, the title of the talk is, what is your value proposition? It's a difficult question. Observing myself and observing others, I often think that a lot of people don't know their value proposition, or are so rooted in the value proposition to the world that they give that it is the right value proposition that when something happens, when they don't have success in their life or in business, they'll often blame external factors instead of looking inside. In business, we call this product market fit. Who knows that term? Product market fit. If you don't have product market fit when you're creating a product, software, service, something that the market really wants, it's not just hype, it's not just a momentum thing, it's a long-term thing that the market wants, you're never going to be able to grow, scale long-term. Very important. And I don't think it's just for business either. Hey, I think it's for life as well. There's so many aspects where you have to have product market fit, where your value proposition must be true. I was thinking of a few stories to, throw this into. A lot of business stories, product market fit over here, we didn't find it, we failed, and found product market fit, we scaled out, it was boring. You know me, I'm not here for boring stories. So instead, I thought I'd tell a story of about 7-8 years ago when I founded a nonprofit that ended up funding and building sustainable agriculture projects and new construction projects for a refugee settlement in Western Uganda. Is that all right if I tell that story instead? All right. So about 7-8 years ago, I was living in Africa. About a few weeks ago, I mentioned that. I was living in Uganda for a time. Half my time was spent between Kampala, capital city, working at a business development center, like training local business guys, and working in a refugee center in Western Uganda called Chakatu. But very unique place. At the time, Burundi, Rwanda, Congo, and South Sudan were all in turmoil. Thousands of refugees were pouring into Western Uganda, into these refugee settlements. One unique thing about Uganda is it's one of the few places in East Africa where a refugee can come in and actually dig into the soil and build things and create crops and build a life. So thousands of refugees every day, every week were pouring into the country. So I saw an opportunity. I'm a problem solver. I love solving people's problems. And I realized, because these refugees can do that, we can actually build sustainable companies and businesses. So, usually with nonprofit, you shovel money constantly, endlessly into a place and it goes to whatever. This place, you could get funding, a big amount of funding, not that big, a medium amount of funding, and build sustainable businesses so these refugees could just have a micro economy within that refugee settlement. Very unique for this type of stuff. So my brain starts going and I find a videographer in Kampala. I ship him over with me and we motorcycle to this refugee settlement. We film a documentary. It's on YouTube, youtube.com/JoshDavidKing. It's too long to show today, but you can check it out. The idea was we film this documentary, we do a massive social media campaign, sort of like Coney 2012 or whatever, you guys remember that? And run ads, and because there's such a unique way of getting funding to these refugees and building a sustainable business and economy for them, people would just shovel in money. I threw it out there, we started running ads, we started making a social media campaign, getting the documentary out there. My comments, likes, people messaging me, Josh, this is amazing. Oh my God, this is so cool what you're doing, so amazing, hundreds, thousands, not a single fucking donation. That is the day I realized how important value proposition is. I'm asking people for something, but I'm not giving them anything in return. Even though that something is so, who doesn't want to support that? That's mind-boggling that no one would give $5. So I said, okay, this whole value proposition thing, well, fuck you then. I'm going to put this nonprofit to my for-profit company. I have a bunch of customers buying $20,000 solar systems. We're going to start selling them $20,100 solar systems and telling them that the $100 is going to the nonprofit, which it was. I think Dan might have been a part of that at that time. A good amount of people loved it. Our sales increased even on the solar side. Obviously, a percentage of people didn't really care, but the money still went there. And because we then attached the value proposition properly to what we wanted in order to get a return, we ended up building a ton of sustainable agriculture projects like we wanted, solar energy systems that gave this village electricity for the first time in their lives, new construction projects, and changed this refugee settlement's life and the thousands of people that were in it. And that day, when that shift changed, I really started thinking about that value proposition. Is the value proposition that I'm trying to offer the world real? Is that what they really want? And so that's my challenge to you. Look in yourself. Are you offering to the world what it actually wants? Or are you offering to them and asking something in return, something that you think is valuable, but actually no one gives a shit about? I think it's a very important question to ask yourself. What is your value proposition? Thank you.
And this is why Josh is the resident storyteller. We can rely on him to come up with something. I've known Josh for a few years now, and yes, I was part of that. Didn't know the backstory. I just saw it as a sales tool. Oh yeah, we donate some. I didn't even know the money where it was going, but it got me sales. It was awesome. So thank you for sharing the backstory. Really valuable. And I love that it's on theme as well, both in business and in personal development, rather than just projecting whatever the fuck we want to project, actually giving the world what it is that we need.